Hello, you're welcome to Wisdom Yard Online TV, and as always, this is Lifestyle Show with Ayomiko, your only sexy sugar mommy of Lagos, you know, right? So today we will not be talking about any food, we're not talking about culture, neither are we talking about fashion, but we want to talk about how to have effective cooking habits. You know, oftentimes some people tend to complain that whenever they cook, it's always very stressful. They don't even want to cook. I'm tired. You know, cooking is very stressful. But do you know that cooking can as well be therapeutic in nature? It depends on how you're going about it. And that's the reason I've already decided to give to you few effective cooking habits you can take to that will help ease your stress in the kitchen. Very first one is that you must have an organized kitchen. Make sure that your kitchen space is very organized. Like, imagine you entering your kitchen and it's all jam-packed. Your pots are here, your spoons are here. You can't even fix them together. It sometimes gets you worked up and you're like, no, I'm not doing this. Who did that? Yourself. Try and organize your kitchen so that whenever you enter your kitchen, you already know this is where stock cubes are, this is where my seasonings are, my garlic, this is where my pots are, and you can always pick them for wherever they are. Very simple. Another thing is that make sure you're investing in functional cooking appliances. And when I talk about functional cooking appliances, they are basic ones like the blender, the oven, the refrigerator, the microwave, as well as maybe sometimes you can add food processor to it if you have the money, okay? But if you don't have, you can just make do with the ones I've listed. Food processor is actually very nice. It helps you cook every of your meal, and you can always do some things without stress. You know, sometimes your blender can't do the work and your food processor does it perfectly. Every house, every kitchen should have this basic appliance, especially refrigerator and blender. It's very, very important. It helps you cook with ease. Another thing is that you should also invest in functional cooking utensils, like the basic utensils, like your spoons, your pots, your knife, different type of knife, the butcher knife, the bread knife, all sorts of knife. Get it together. Because if you have all of this, whenever you want to cut your meat, you already have the knife you will use, you have it handy. Whenever you want to cut your bread, you want to spread butter on your bread, you already have the one you will use. You know, it makes work quite easier for you. You are not using butcher knife to cut onions, you know. It's always very stressful. So to avoid that, make sure you get functional cooking utensils, basic ones, okay? Moving on, always have a dustbin handy. Whenever you're cooking, you know, there's no how you use some nylon wrap, you use some paper, some tissue. All of these, you should get a handy dustbin so that whenever you're cooking, you can always put it maybe on the kitchen cabinet or under the kitchen cabinet, and you drop whatever it is that you've used in there. So that it wouldn't be this way. Whenever you want to cook and you have to rush down, you use something, maybe it's just the sauce cube wrap, and you just run to the dustbin to drop that one, you come back, it's always very stressful. Like, just get a very small one right beside you so that you can always access it whenever you need it. And it's even to prevent any sort of unhygienic activity in the kitchen, so it helps you be hygienic. Don't you forget to always clean as you go. This is 21st century and you're an adult, okay? As an adult, you should know that whenever you use anything, you're supposed to clean it immediately. You don't wait until you cook everything, you now jam pack everything, then after you finish eating, you have to come back to start cooking. It gets so frustrating. As you're cooking, there is this free time you have during your cooking time. Maybe something is boiling, just use that time, clean your blender, that blender you use, clean it up. The dishes that you've used, clean them up. That gets you not stressed up, and you have less work to do after you finish cooking. Now, we always need to restock at due time. You know that you've cooked this morning and you saw that you have just 3 stock cubes left. That is showing you that when you go out, you need to get a new stock cube, or it's your ginger that is out of stock. Try and restock immediately. That's why you don't want to have this kind of circumstance whereby you are home and you're knocking your neighbor's door. Please, Mama Silifa, please, do you still have salt? You shouldn't. That's a very bad habit, and it's not a good cooking habit, okay? You should always have every of your seasonings, every of your food. Make sure that you restock at the appropriate time. Now, you should always give time between your cooking time and your meal time. You'll be having dinner by 7 p.m. Make sure that you start cooking by 5, so that everything you want to cook by 6, you're done cooking. You have enough time to rest before you eat. Personally, I don't like eating immediately I cook. I tend to lose appetite. That is me. I don't know if it occurs to you. So sometimes just try and give yourself that time, that space. Like, you try and cook beforehand so that it does not get you all stocked up and you don't get extremely stressed while cooking or while eating. The last but not the least is that you should always plan and prep. When I say you should plan, know what you want to eat beforehand. This is Tuesday and you want to eat. On Monday, what am I eating? Okay, we're taking bread for breakfast, we're taking chicken for lunch, and we're taking maybe scrambled egg for dinner. All of this should have been planned beforehand. It's not like you just wake up in the morning. What are we even eating this morning? Okay, let's cook bread. You enter the kitchen, there's no bread. Let's go and buy bread. It's always very stressful, and at the end of the day, you might just lose your appetite. So plan beforehand. And when I say prep means that you should always prepare whatever it is you'll be needing. You know, for lunch you'll be preparing maybe jollof rice, and you know you need to parboil your rice, you need to salt your chicken breast, you need to marinate it. You can do that a night before. Keep them in your freezer. Parboil your rice, even in excess, keep them in the freezer. You can even make sauce. Make your sauce, keep them in the freezer. Whenever you want to eat, you just bring them out to microwave and eat. That makes cooking very simple and easy, and you're not stressing yourself. So I feel I've taught you something, and I felt you've learned something as well. But if there is something you feel like I've not added to this plan, please do well to add in the comment section. And until next time, I remain Ajomiko, taking you through lifestyle show on Wisdom Yard Online TV. And until next time, bye.